Don't get your track temp like this. An analog tire temp sensor aimed at the track is much more practical. When AIM introduced their analog IR tire temperature sensor, I instantly knew I was going to use it for something other than just tire temps. I grabbed one, mounted underneath my car, and used it to grab track temp. Why would you want to do that? Well, we grabbed the track temp manually somewhere on pit lane. But that temperature is wildly different than what we see throughout the track. Check out the data we have here. On this day, it was a 56.9 day, pretty cold in the winter in New Hampshire. We had a good amount of wind, and we had a nice sunny day. But check out what we have in our data. When we look at the track temp recorded, we see that the track temp average was 75.3, but the low point was 59.9 and the high at 86.3. That's a pretty big difference. If you grabbed it in one spot on the track, you'd record 60. If you grabbed it somewhere else, you might record 86. And we can take this even further. We can look at the graphs, or we can jump over here and graph it on our map, and we can see where those temperatures occurred. They're warmer in the banking here, colder on the hills where we get some shading in the sun. So we put some context to it. We can even check it out in a channels report. This gives us all of our lap times, but we can also see the minimums, the maximums, the average, and the whole range. On some of these laps, it changed 27.8. The other thing that I take from this is it gives us an idea of the trend. This session was at 10 in the morning. So when we're looking at our channel report, we can see that the maximum was starting to come up. The minimum was actually looking like it declined a little bit. And when we go through our channels report, we can see that the maximum temperature started to come up during the session and the minimum stayed about the same. Powerful feature here is we can click in the column and get the graphs. So we can see this one's pretty steady between say 60 and about 62, but the maximum temperature, it's going up the whole way. So very quickly, we can take away some of those items that we used to have to do manually and keep in our notes. We can put it right into the data along with the weather information and have a better picture of our car's performance.